Hey, it's Donna here from Fanpage Competition, and this video is a show and tell. I'm going to show you exactly how easy it is to use our simple sweepstakes app. Okay, so I promise this video is only going to be 5 minutes long, and I'm going to go through and show you how simple and easy it is to set up your contest. It's like 1, 2, 3. Set up your contest app, you launch it in Facebook, and then you ignite your marketing plan. So over here, this is the members area where you would go once you purchase a simple sweepstakes app, and you go and you create your contest. You simply click on New Sweepstakes, and it will then open into a new window. There is only 6 tabs that you need to work through: the campaign details, timeline, contest builder, rules, and publish. The entrance and stats are for after your contest has been running, and you can come along and have a look at who's entered and the stats for what's been happening with your contest. Now, for a little tip, I would recommend that before you launch your contest or before you set it up, go through and write out all the details. Know what you're going to call it. Know how many prizes you're giving. Create the images that are necessary. There is a video on how to create your images and what is required inside this little members area. So there's nothing that you need to worry about. What we would do in here is add the name of our contest. So we're going to call them Big Red Shoes. You add your business name, how many winners, and whether they want to be or whether they have to be a fan of your page. Now, that's entirely up to you. It's called fan gating. It's something that I like to do. However, if you're an offline business, you may choose not to do it at this point because a lot of your people who enter may not be on Facebook already. Now, once again, there is an image in here for the fan gating. If you choose not to use that and use your own images that are branded, by all means, all you need to do is click on local and update. So the next tab is timeline. This is where you would come through and you add in your start and your finish date to your contest. Now you can actually add this to your page at any point that you like, but it won't actually go live until the time has been set in here. And that is why it's critical to have your local time zone so it will work with what you're doing. We also have this great little feature in here called Include Share Rewards, and you have the ability, once a person has entered the contest, to give them a bonus point if they go ahead and share it. Now, that does meet the guidelines because we're not asking people to share it before they enter, but after they enter, if they do decide to share it, we are going to give them a bonus point. So we are rewarding them. The next step here is the contest builder. Now, this is a super simple window. It's a little WYSIWYG window, so what you see is what you get. You can add an image, as you see that I have done here. I like to keep these images pretty simple. I want to tell people to enter. I want to show them what they're getting, let them know how much, etc. A picture is worth 1,000 words, so make it bright, colorful. However, if you're not real glamorous with photos or creating images, you can just simply come in here and start to type, and then you can change your color, you can change your size, etc. It is very, very simple to use. Down the bottom, you can have the choice of asking for a phone number, an age, a country, or a gender. All those will be required fields, so if you check this, the person has to complete that to enable them to enter. And the last thing here is the opportunity to ask a question. Now, for some particular places, you do need to include that in. I'm in Queensland, we don't have to ask that, but in New South Wales, you do need to ask a question to ensure that your contest is compliant or your sweepstakes is compliant for the local rules. So we've tried to make it flexible yet very, very simple. When you're finished, you simply click on update and then you move to the next window. Now, to be compliant with Facebook's promotional guidelines, you need to include rules and you also need to include a privacy policy. You can either copy and paste these in, and as I said, if you are very clever, you write all this out before you get started and then you simply copy and paste it over here. Or if you create contests on a regular basis, you could use a link and simply post the URL in here, and that will automatically, when people go through and they have a look, would display your link directly back to your website. Now, the last tab here is called the Publish. So you've gone through, you've added in your campaign details, you've told it when it's start to finish, you've added in the image of your contest, your rules, etc. Now what you want to do is connect this app through to Facebook and get it to add this information. So each time that you share about your contest and or people share about it, this is the little image that they will see and the details in here. Now, for branding purpose, I tend to tell people to go through and change this and make it the same color or similar to what you're doing, so it becomes eye-catching and people recognize it's from you. The other thing that you really want to make sure of, that when you are creating contests, that the app that you're using is mobile friendly. 62% of people, in fact, I think that could be slightly higher now, actually use a smart device to visit Facebook. If you were just to simply go through and share your Facebook app page name, it can't be viewed on smart devices. So be very, very careful when you're setting up. Make sure you use the shortcode. And for us here, the little shortcode is found on the app manager, which was the very first page we went to. And you would simply share that, and it would then recognize that a person's on a smart device and enter them that way accordingly. So you simply click here, you go publish, and that is it. That is how quick and simple it is to go through and set up this very, very easy to use sweepstakes app. Now, you can use it for all sorts of things. You can just run a simple sweepstakes. You can ask a question. You could have a game and have like a treasure map and get people to answer questions. You could say, who am I? You could also run a photo caption where you add a nice big image in there and add them to add a caption, or you could also run a photo caption. You add a nice big image, ask them to caption it below where the question area was. If we look at this contest builder here, say, you know, submit your best caption. And that way then people are actually submitting captions to you, and you can then go through and pick and choose, etc. So you don't have to be limited to it just being a sweepstakes app. There's lots of things that you can do with a sweepstakes app that makes sure that your contests are fun and encourages people to enter. So thanks so much for watching this video. Please drop on over and visit us in Facebook. It's at facebook.com/fanpage competitions. I'd be happy to answer any of your questions about Facebook contests. And of course, this app is an amazing little app. You can get it for 12 months. You get unlimited use on your Facebook page. Use it as often as you like, and you can see just how super, super easy it is. So have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing you soon in Facebook.